we're just dropping the drive shaft off right now. It's got to be 8.75 inches longer. It's super cool that it came with a one-piece drive shaft, which makes everybody happier, especially the drive shaft man. So it should be pretty simple to sleeve it and weld it. And then we'll be rolling. Just got this fresh new drive shaft. It's 8 inches longer than the 240 drive shaft, I guess. I thought they were just gonna sleeve it, but I guess they did a whole new chunk and a whole new slip. So it was 620 bucks, which is more than I thought, but you know, what are you gonna do? So I got this MKM Hydro mount here, and I was gonna, it comes with this thing, so you just trace that onto the side, cut a little hole, and then slide that through. Okay, I got this mount in. Pretty good here. Yeah, I even cut it smaller than it said, but I don't know if I can finish that with something, but I'm not a super fan of that. Okay, this is all mounted. I think I'm happy with it. I wish it didn't, like it comes, if you're the passenger, definitely, yeah, we'll see how it is with the buckets, but it would be nicer. I mean, I get that it's pulling more towards the driver, but it would be nicer if it was tucked. I have a tank that's gonna sit here, which will be nice. It'll still put it over on that side, and then I'll have a line that's gonna go straight in that hole into the back calipers. And then the center, I just got to, I'll just cut out where the brindle was here. Install that, but it's real nice looking. And then if you're not partying, you just toss that in your glove box, and it's just an ugly thing there. So yeah, this is all real nice stuff though. The YDC Hydro handbrake with the Wilwood Master with the MKM mount. Everything is so solid and heavy. I got the center console back together. I don't know if I'll probably have to take it back apart, but I just cut out where the brindle was, and then this thing really dips in like ½ inch, then 1 inch on the corner. Hopefully, I mean, it's kind of asymmetric, like it should be square around that. Hopefully the shifter, I feel like I'm gonna have to cut that thing, but feels like, you know, shifting. Hopefully this isn't too awkward. I can push this stop up a bit, but shifter should be here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Hopefully that's not too much of a frickin', I mean, I probably should have got this one. It's more natural, but I'm a fucking idiot, so what are you gonna do? Next project is, there's a guy named Andreas in, I think, Sweden, but he's gonna trade me, I'm gonna send my headlights to him, and he's gonna send me a set of E-codes, so that should be pretty unique for North America. So let's pull. Got these are just Amazon specials, 50 bucks a piece. Brake pads, 50 bucks. They're semi-metallic, so they're not ceramic, which is nice. You want the most bite, I think, for the Hydro ones. You just need some hardware. And then this was pretty easy. This is super simple doing these. So you just slap that bracket on there. I did have to drill these out one size bigger because the stock hardware didn't fit through. And then you just got to slice your dust shield and mount them up. So I'm gonna mount these up, and then I think my Hydro lines should be here tomorrow, and then we can run those and see. They're for an E36, so hopefully they're all good. These are sick. They're absolutely mint, the lips. Freshly polished, not even fully reassembled, which sucks, but never even been mounted since they were refinished. I'm not sure what I like more. Kind of into the brushed look over the polished. I'm not sure what's gonna go in what car. They're gonna be the exact same tire size. But I kind of like these ones more. And these have black hardware, which might look better in this car. I hope to sweet baby raise that this fits on this. Front will be the same as this, which is fine, but Hopefully they fit. And then these are super sick. They're fully FIA approved buckets and they are glittery. Look at that. And they got leather sides here, which is nice for longevity, hopefully. But they should look dope in there. Double buckets, the only way. Double buckets, air conditioning. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little dopamine here. We got the MKM bucket seat mounts. These work medium. Pretty good though. And then we got these seats. The old glitter back silver stitch. This went way too smooth. They look frickin' unreal. So I've got the stock plastic caps on, stock rails. I used one spacer on each side of the bracket and then managed to just stick this on one of the bolts for the bracket. Seats in, sniper, perfect. And they look sensational, not too in your face. And then hopefully the electric seat goes good over there. It'd be pretty funny to have electric buckets. Hope it's not too, the seat's pretty far away. I had to put it at the back of the bracket just because of where the seat belts are. But hopefully it's all good. Damn, these are sick. Changes the feel of the car tenfold. So for the driver's seat, this one went perfect, but I'm gonna have to get rid of this whole electric, which would be good for making it a little bit lighter. It's a lot of gear, but yeah, I need to get a full manual seat, which sucks because I gotta spend 150 bucks at the wrecker just to get this bullshit, but is what it is. And then we'll be double buckies. I guess I'm just doing matching cars because we got polished lip style 5s. These wheels are just the dopest. They look good on everything. So I'm gonna run these. We got black hardware and polished lips. I'm gonna run these on the on this green car, green, blue, whatever you want to call it. So I got more adapters on the way, 50 mil adapters, and hopefully they should. You know, I hope they fit pretty easily. But whatever, we'll deal if that's the case. But I'm gonna bolt these together. I got about 4,643 bolts to stick in, so let's begin that process. Pretty sexy. Kind of digging the black hardware. Yeah, those are gonna look nice. Those are a lot of work. I don't know, maybe I'll do one more. This is gonna be fun. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for this. All right, we'll just magically make it happen. 340 liters per LPH, liters per hour? I don't know. 340 is a lot. This thing's pretty mint. I think this is like just been replaced or something, but that ain't 300,000 K. The trans cross member, it just came with an 1.5 inch piece of angle. And then I think I might almost be able to just lop these top ears off and use the piece of angle and just use the stock cross member, which would be unreal. because then, yeah, I still have rubber mount and everything. Should be good. A little uneven, but what are you gonna do? Good enough? Yeah, maybe I'll hit it with the buffer. This seemed to work out pretty good. So we got that trans and the angle iron just straight to the factory cross member. One thing I'm not sure if I need to drop it another ½ inch. I think I just need to get a look at it and see its angle here. But I mean, it looks pretty mint. But this isn't mint. This is the conundrum with every T5 in a 740. This. So I don't know if this double shifter plan is gonna work. Or I'm just gonna have to cut. This sucks. Everything's so good except this. Why are they gonna do us like this? I don't know, I'm gonna have to do a little brain think about this one. Okay, we're gonna test my situation here. I've chopped this poorly, may I add. And then I'm gonna chop as much of this off as I can and attach these two together. Oh boy. So here's what we're dealing with, the inevitable T5 and a 7 Series. So this crazy situation I made here. I think I'm gonna cut underneath the fuse box so that thing can pop up and hopefully there's enough space. If not, yeah, I don't know. I just want to keep all this. I'm gonna pull all this out and see if we can cut some stuff. God, this is gonna suck. All right, we're gonna cut. I've thoroughly made a mess. Oh God. Hope this can be salvaged. I shaved these nubs and like rounded them off because they were binding on the top and the bottom. Now look at this puppy. Oh, right in gear. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. This thing fucking hard. Not even too bad to shift. Off to Europe. I hope to sweet baby raise that I get another set of headlights that fit. Okay, we just got a package from Sweden from our friend Andreas, who sent me his headlights and I sent him mine. His packaging is much better than mine, which I'm a little bit worried about. But let's see what we got. Oh no. Oh, we got some Swedish monkeys. Thank you, Andres. Oh, and we got some more candies. These look like salty licorices. Hell yeah, that's what we want. Those are sick. That is gonna make my car look like no other car on the road. Got some skumas inside, but I'm freaking pumped on these. Yeah. Oh God, this is gonna be a bit of an event finding out what all these things are. All the wires. Okay, let's go for a ride on one of these. Oh my God. What the fuck am I eating? They're little monkeys. Covered in spicy salt. Oh my God. But there's candy underneath. Once you get through the spice. We're just finishing. I got these in, they're not too complicated to wire. You know, some wires are the same color, some aren't, but I got everything working here. Just going to do a little wire harness situation and then good to go. These are gonna look dope. These look super sick. Hell yeah. Thank you, Andreas. So I haven't even started my car or driven it yet, but I came across this puppy, which was on Facebook for 50 bucks. It's a Garrett GT 2871R. So 0.6 compressor housing and a 0.8. I don't know, something. But 50 bucks, who cares? Got a full rebuild kit. Ball bearing style. 180 bucks. And then I got 5 bolts of V-band, which was 40 bucks. And then T25 to T3, which was all in 400 bucks. But I'm just gonna take this apart and attempt to maybe polish this a bit, make it a little sexy. Well, I quit pretty quick, but it looks cleaner. Can't really get a polish. I mean, you probably could, but it's like textured, so you're not gonna get a polish. Frig it. I'm straight up not having a good time. All these bolts were seized. This thing is freaking seized on. I'm trying to beat it off, but I'll wreck the turbo in the meantime. I cannot believe this just came off. I hope I didn't, there's a couple spots that I like accidentally whacked like right on that aluminum, but I think the main seal's on the face, but I just beat the freaking doors off that thing. Jesus. Well, hopefully this can be rebuilt nice. Finally, this took a month to get here. Excited. Ooh, yes. Back to my ECU situation. I got my chips in the mail. ECUs didn't work. Whatever combination I used wouldn't work. So I went and had to pay 420 bucks for the stock ECU from a wrecker for the car. Still wouldn't work. And then I put my old EZK in, so the only way the thing would run is stock EZK, stock ECU with the stock chip that I bought. So the chips wouldn't work at all. Finally got it running, which is unreal. And then went for a test drive. The intake boot blew off first of all, so I got kind of stranded until I could get a 10 mil on there. And then go home, get that back on. My Hydro e-brake seized completely. Not sure why. I think maybe the adjuster bolt didn't have enough room for the liquid to expand. That locked up. Had to, again, needed a 10 mil wrench. Friend brought me that. Finally got that unlocked. Went home, went over some more stuff. Went to a little drift spot to test, just with some donuts and things. And I guess you think you do things so nice and they're set up well after you do it so many times, but I guess I forgot to tighten my power steering pulley. So power steering belt blew off, shredded all of my belts 20 minutes away from home. Had to drive to Lordco 20 minutes away, get some belts. He told me the wrong belts, but I made one work for the alternator, water pump, and crank pulley. And then driving home, you can see a lot of remnants of dust here. Some horrible noises were coming out. I think my stock e-brake detonated inside the disc. I was going through it. I didn't know if it was my transmission, my e-brake, or my diff, but almost positive it's my e-brake, especially judging off all the brake dust here compared to the other side is clean. But we're running 12 PSI. It's somewhat fun to drive, needs to be dialed a little more. The T5 is absolutely obnoxious with the sound. It's a loud tranny. I don't know, maybe I could run some thicker fluid or whatever, but I'll film some driving clips when I get it more dialed and I'm not spending 3 hours trying to get it home. But last night was a whirlwind. I'm not sure how this happened. This is fucking crazy. I didn't even really have these off. This bolt sheared right off. What the That's insane. Well, I guess I'm not gonna be running a mechanical e-brake. Jesus. Just picked up this bad boy from the tint shop. We're back to mortared out. This is just the coolest looking car. God damn. Okay, the car is mostly on the road. Had a few test drives. They've all gone pretty horribly. There's a lot of problems that were kind of just self-caused. Like it was just blowing oil out the turbo drain. And I guess I bought one of those Mappa turbo drains that kind of just slip in and it wasn't totally sealed. So a combination of that and the PCV system not working properly was just pile driving oil. Like there was oil burning on my exhaust halfway down my car. So that was kind of a nightmare. And then I also had a remanufactured MAF, a remanufactured 3-inch MAF, which I thought would be fine, but I guess it wasn't. So what I ended up doing there was I took my original 2.5-inch MAF and I pulled the sensor out and put it in the 3-inch housing, plugged it in, just runs perfectly now. And what I had wrong with the PCV system is I tried to take the line that tees off and comes into your intake by your turbo. I tried to take that and just put it into a catch can because I just didn't want the intercooler filling with oil if it was blowing by too hard. But I guess that provides a ton of suction to recirculate everything and pull it out. Like it would help with blow by having the turbo suck that vacuum in. So as soon as I plugged that back in, a lot of the oil leaks stopped as well. So I've got 650cc injectors in, a tank of E85. The AFRs all seem pretty perfect. It's about 15 PSI. I'm still trying to work the boost solenoid with the gauge out. So it's perfectly at 15. 16, whatever it kind of lands on. The exhaust seems like it's just a fully stock exhaust. So I just ordered the Martilius exhaust, the JT Racing one. So it's a full 3-inch turbo back, full bolt on, turbo back with one silencer. So hopefully it's not crazy loud. Aside from that, this thing is an absolute cockpit. I'm just trying to get it dialed before I really stress tested. I had the e-brake situation. I went and pulled my e-brake and it just self-destructed all inside the hub or inside the rotor. So I have no more mechanical e-brake right now. It gives me a shitload of parts to fix that, but I don't really care at this point. I'm just trying to, my hydraulic e-brake is being very difficult. I've probably bled it 25 times. It's such a simple system. I'm not sure why it's not locking up. It's not ever like, it's just acting like there's air in the system. I've had the calipers on the ground, bleeding them with the splitters up. I've ran 2 liters of brake fluid through it. I don't think there's any bubbles in it. At this point, I'm almost wondering if my master is faulty or blown or something. I have no leaks. It wants to lock up. It's also the correct master for the calipers from my research. So once that's fixed and the exhaust is on, we're pretty much going to be ready to go drifting. I definitely need to poly the rear end. It's the diff, stiff suspension, it's chattering, but that's not going to be a problem until next fall. But other than that, it's running pretty good. This is kind of the final product of the engine bay. Also having this blow off, fun fact, you don't want the upgraded thing here just because it has, the hose clamp has channels for this size hose clamp. So you want to run that style, just the stock one. Well, this was silicone. I ended up just tapping this into the metal intake. So that runs into there. Everything seems to be working good. Catch can, no bueno, whatever. I'll just run it stock. And then I think once this exhaust goes in, that's gonna be a super good improvement just for throttle response and a little bit of power and just free flowing, because I'm a cat and 2 big mufflers there right now. And then, I'm also just running stock ECUs right now. So I'm just getting a new set of chips from Flying Bricks that they claim are gonna work. And then this, I just don't know. This thing shreds in the rain. Like e-brake works everything in the rain, but it just can't lock it up in the dry, which is not what we want. And I got these wheels on with the Volvo center caps. Just gorgeous. Perfect fitment, I think, for not having to mess around with the body. Pretty good. All the lights, headlights are working good. Everything's pretty good. So a few more things and we're ready to rip. The exhaust is gonna be, I'm just gonna do a video just on the exhaust because that'll be very satisfying.